we're recording. Hello everybody, I'm here with Oscar Noel Barrera, the president of Tai Chi Youth. And we're going to read something together with you that's about about Shaolin Chi Mantis and Tai Chi Youth. It says, welcome to Shaolin Chi Mantis and Tai Chi Youth. And it looks like this. Our goals at Tai Chi Youth are to provide classes to improve people's lives. Hey, that sounds like a cool idea. Yeah. Let's improve people's lives and give them classes, help them get physically fit. Wow. All right. Tai Chi Youth is the one-year beginner program of Shaolin Chi Mantis. What does that mean? In other words, if you were in Shaolin Chi Mantis 1 year, you could accomplish as much as you would in 3 years at Tai Chi Youth. However, very few people are able to get through 3 years of Tai Chi Youth. That 1 year at Shaolin Chi Mantis is pretty intense, I gotta tell you. So, we stretched it out into a 3-year program that will improve students of, I put down slower learning, but it actually does work for slower learning people too. Fast learning people still have trouble with Tai Chi Youth. It's easy for average students and very inspiring for fast learners who can dig deeper into the philosophies and martial arts lessons we teach. So in other words, if you think you're a really fast learner and Tai Chi Youth might be too slow for you, yeah, let's see. Okay, all students benefit from attending at least 1 class per week. 2 classes per week is preferred, and 3 classes per week is the optimum. Most important is the homework practicing that each student does on a daily basis. Homework? I know. Who likes homework? You like homework? Did you ever say I like homework?
It depends.
Oh, really? What homework did you like?
When I was in junior high, I had to build a design for the plastic class, and that was fun. And I took it home.
Being creative homework. Yeah.
But math and other stuff, no, it was kind of boring.
Okay. Well, I think that's what I was kind of really meaning. But cool. Yeah, we should have more of those creative product homework.
Yeah.
Okay, project homework. All right, so here we go. This ability to be self-motivated, like he was just explaining, and progress in our school becomes the foundation for success in our students' personal, professional, physical, and social lives. What? This ability to be self-motivated, that is a really interesting topic. We're going to come back to that a whole bunch. What does it take to be self-motivated? Everyone is self-motivated or they wouldn't be alive. You're motivated enough to go get another meal and whatever, you know, to survive. So everybody has a certain amount of self-motivation. But what does it take to have motivation to learn to read, to do more mathematics, to make plastics, to invent things, to learn a musical instrument, to become good in a sport? It takes a little bit more self-motivation. So you kind of like have levels of self-motivation. You got the lowest level, which is like, you know, you can survive, and then you got a little bit more, hey, I'm surviving a little better, and then you got another one that's like, hey, this is really cool way up here. I got a lot of money. Okay, but anyway, you had to be self-motivated to get there. You had to really do something to make that happen. Our traditional Chinese Kung Fu uniforms, which are ancient, okay, now I call them forms. They're really dances, are martial arts moves, like the Tai Chi Youth dance. This sounds goofy, you know, because when you think of dancing, you think of swishing your hips, like looking like and being feminine. So, you know, anyway, Tai Chi, that's why I don't call them dances. They're forms. So in other words, you got a beginning, middle, and an end. It's kind of a dance, but we call that a form. So our traditional Chinese Kung Fu forms, which are ancient martial arts folk dances, are the tools each student uses to master the concepts of life and spirituality. Now, this is where you're so lucky you found me, because our Shaolin Chi Mantis forms are the traditional Kung Fu forms from the Shaolin Temple 1,000 years ago. I think, and then we got a couple of newer forms, like the Praying Mantis. That was from the 1600s. Ooh, that's recent, modern. and you know, it's all very. Anyway, this is stuff that's been tried and tested for many years. Okay. The classical Chinese weapons are musical instruments of the body that extend the mental and physical awareness of each student. I like that. The classical Chinese weapons. What are those? You don't know. He doesn't know. I haven't taught him yet.
That moon thing?
Yep, okay.
The monk spade.
The monk spade is one of the classical weapons, one of the last ones, because they mostly use farm stuff. Like there's actually the trident and the sickle. Well, actually, no, I take that back. They don't really, I don't think I ever saw the sickle like they do in the Japanese martial arts. Because they really had to use farming weapons. But in China, you could carry real weapons. So that was kind of an impractical thing. It probably poked you in the leg whenever you tried to run with it. That wouldn't make much sense. I wouldn't want a sickle on the side of my leg. Okay, anyway. No, but anyway, all the classical weapons from 1,000 years ago. Straight sword, the sabers, the double sabers, the spears, the halberds, the knives, the whip chain, the rope chain. You know, all those type of things. Anything from 1,000 years ago are the classical weapons. And that's what I teach. And they're fun. They're really fun because each one of those has its own dance. And this is where karate people used to make fun of me in the 90s. Oh, you guys don't fight, you just dance around. Well, that's what makes it so much fun. And that's why we get healthy and have fun practicing, and the karate people, well, they'll give up. They get tired of paying all that money to go stand in a box and get punched and kicked for an hour. I guess we'll, eventually.
That's true.
I mean, I don't want to do it. Okay, here we go. This creates ambition and self-confidence. And remember, if you're going to get hurt, something part of your body's going to go, I don't want to do that anymore, that hurts. But in our Kung Fu class, our goal is for you to always leave happy and smiling. So we want you to feel happy and healthy and unbruised. Most of all, we learn the joy of hard work and that life is fun for those who master it. Mastering life. See, that's what these dances do. I've been doing these same Kung Fu dances, forms, they're forms, okay? I've been doing them since 1980. Since 1980. And I still enjoy them, and I still learn things from them, and I still find them very challenging. And even remembering is a lot of work. Fortunately, I wrote them all down because I couldn't remember all the dances that I've learned without my notes. So here we go. We hope you will enroll in Shaolin Chi Mantis or Tai Chi Youth for whatever your personal ambitions are, which are probably insecurity, fear, or something like that. I want to beat people up. And graduate with the completion of your original objectives. Hey, I can beat people up now. And many more goals that you will discover in our class. Like, hey, I want to live forever. Well, at least try. Get closer. Be healthier, live longer. Live longer, I can at least say that. I think we got statistics to prove it. Okay, we have proof. Next sentence. We have proven that 1 hour of Kung Fu and Tai Chi practice 5 days per week will end obesity and provide each student their healthiest possible body. And this I've got proof on because I've actually tested my students, weighed them, measured them, and all that type stuff, and kept track of them. And I can guarantee this. I can guarantee if you do 5 hours of my workout every week, you will end up at your optimum weight. Okay? Our Tai Chi books provide all necessary information for sleeping, standing, walking, working, and talking properly. Tai Chi Youth is the best. Hey, that's easy to say because I really haven't found anything even close to us. Tai Chi Youth programs. Have you found anything better than Tai Chi Youth? Nope. You ever even seen anything that looked like it was better?
No, because I really haven't looked for anything until I found yours. Yours is the ultimate because there's no sparring and I don't want to get hurt.
I don't want to get hurt either. Yeah. You know? Now maybe if I like hurting people. Here we go. Okay. Tai Chi Youth programs are designed so that each student becomes a teacher. Now that's important because every person becomes a parent. And if you can't be a teacher, then you shouldn't be a parent. I mean, what do you expect to do with those kids? You're not going to teach them anything? Doesn't make any sense. Okay. Advancing from being a student to a teacher is the same as graduating from a child to a parent. The leadership skills learned in Tai Chi Youth improve the parenting and political skills of our students. Most all of our students not only improve their school grades after a year of being in our school, but they also improve in their jobs. And I just hear it all the time. In fact, I've got some really funny stories about my one friend, a student who worked in a bank. And he says after about a year of being in our studio, he said it was so weird. Everybody started coming to me with all their problems. And they started asking for help and advice, like I'm some kind of expert. But you do, when you start to master Kung Fu and Tai Chi, you kind of resonate with a certain kind of wisdom. Because you are getting smarter, especially in my class. You got to do bookwork in my classes. You got to read and you got to actually get smart. Try to do my classes without getting smart. I dare you. Okay, here we go. Special note.
It's $5.
I never actually dare people. But anyway, special note. All Tai Chi Youth students sign a release form that includes no sparring. This is to protect people from what you might do to them. Remember, we don't have any rules in our school. I'm going to teach you every dirty trick that exists. Maybe it's there any trick I don't know? But probably not. Okay, and we want to accept you. We want to protect you from accepting challenges. Okay, and I'll start it over again.
I'll cut that out.
Yeah, I'm not sure where my head was. Okay.
I can't see from here.
Okay, special note. Okay, all Tai Chi Youth students sign a release form that includes no sparring. This is to protect people, our students, well, actually other people, from what you might do to them. We don't have any rules, remember, so I'm going to teach you all kinds of dirty tricks. And protect our students from accepting challenges or wanting to fight anyone. So in other words, you're not allowed to fight anyone. You're going to get kicked out of our school if you fight somebody. It's not what it's about. You know, you're going to make us all look bad. I mean, even if you win the fight, you know, we really don't want to have to go to court and be witnesses for you. When someone challenges you to a fight, tell them, I am not allowed to fight anyone or I will be kicked out of my school. Please find someone else to beat you up. Okay? That's something you can say. It's kind of written here.
It's legal.
So if they want to be beat up, tell them to go find somebody else. You know, that's not your job. Your job is to be healthy and happy, not going around beating people up. I'll teach you all kinds of really cool stuff that you can use to beat people up, but that doesn't mean you're supposed to use it. If I taught you how to shoot a gun, that doesn't mean you're supposed to go out and shoot people. Okay, so Tai Chi Youth slogan, teaching today's youth to be tomorrow's leaders. I like that. Not tomorrow's intimidators, not tomorrow's beat everybody up guys, but leaders.
No bullies.
Yeah, no bullies. I don't create bully leaders. We're not bully leaders. We're nice people. So we have I don't know if it's a slogan, but we have 3 more things. These are kind of like, well, almost slogans, but these 3 things kind of summarize Shaolin Chi Mantis. Tranquility. What is tranquility? We're saying it's a balanced body. This is our body, mind, and spirit thing, remember? So what is peace? Peace is when you have a balanced mind. If your mind is unbalanced, it doesn't matter if there's peace around you. You got a war going on in your head, and that's not cool. And what is spirituality? It's a balanced life. So there's your body, mind, and spirit. It's tranquility for your body, peace for your mind, and a balanced life to create spirituality. Ah, that's not so hard, is it? There's a real body, mind, and spirit balance for work. And that was the Tai Chi Youth slogan I said a minute ago. Teaching today's youth to be tomorrow's leaders. And the Shaolin Chi Mantis slogan, which I created in 1992, I think I came up with this one. And I put it on my business cards when I started the school. And the slogan I put on all my business cards, and I remember all these karate people looking at it and going, oh, I like that. But here it is. Shaolin Chi Mantis slogan from my business cards. The ultimate self-defense. What is it? Is it bombs? Is it nuclear radiation? What is the ultimate self-defense? It's biological warfare. It's self-awareness. The ultimate self-defense.
Self-defense is awareness.
Self-awareness.
Self-awareness.
Okay. So in other words, why would that defend you? What's the problem? Well, the problem is that if you don't know yourself, then you might be getting yourself in trouble. I've been seeing that a lot. These people are not aware of some people are not aware of how much trouble they cause. They get themselves. So you got to be aware of who you are and what you are. Now, by the time you do that, that means you know a lot about yourself, which means you've learned a lot about a human being, a person. You actually understand psychology and behavior and things. So your awareness of yourself, your physical, your mental, and your spiritual awareness. So now you can go out and understand more people. So once you can understand yourself, then you can start to understand other people. You can see how they're the same as you. You can see how they're different than you. You can see how they're from another planet, whatever it is. But you'll be aware, and you'll kind of orient that from yourself. And you'll start to see with other people's problems, you go, hey, that's kind of a weird thing to do, and I'm doing that too. I think I'm going to change that. See, so self-awareness is the beginning of the improvement because it enables you to be aware of everybody else. So by the same token, that means you're not going to get into trouble. I remember one of my students said, hey, I go to this biker bar and there's always a fight. How do I protect myself?
Don't go to the bike, don't go to the bar.
That is my advice. I said, don't go to a biker bar. And you won't get in a fight. So anyway, if you're just a little aware of what you're doing, you can prevent a lot of problems. I couldn't believe he said I go to a biker bar and I get in fights. He actually said that. Anyway, what do I do? Don't go to the biker bar.
Yeah.
Anyway, hey everybody, don't. Well, all these biker bars go to, hey, you tell people not to come over here. Hopefully you have a very non-violent biker bar. And, you know, I hope that's okay. But if there's fights at your biker bar, go somewhere else. Okay, does that make sense? All right. Nobody's get mad at me for that. All right, so okay. Hey guys, there's the page. That's our Welcome to Shaolin Chi Mantis and Tai Chi Youth page. I'll give that to all our students so they kind of understand what's going on a little bit and what we're doing. Anything you want to add to that there, Oscar?
No, you explained everything well. Just that you also teach Taoism and Confucianism and Buddhism. But which type of Buddhism?
Well, actually, that's a good question because I didn't know what Buddhism was when I started into it. So I was learning Buddhism from Tibet. I got the Tibetan, I got the Book of the Dead and I read that. You know, I got the original books and Siddhartha and from him and I read those. And then I got all kinds of Japanese stuff. And then I got the James Watts, is James Watts?
Alan Watts.
Alan Watts, that's right, all his stuff. But he comes from Suzuki, who's a Japanese guy. So that was an American version of Japanese Buddhism, which is a version of Chinese Buddhism, which was a version of Indian Buddhism. So there's lots of flavors of Buddhism. It changes everywhere. And everything that went to Japan got stripped out because remember they had so many regulations against so many things that the Buddhism that ended up in Japan had to be sanctioned by the government. And so they took out all the Kung Fu. That's why Zen Buddhism is not Zen Buddhism. Zen Buddhism comes from the Shaolin Temple. It was called Chan Buddhism and the Japanese word for it is Zen Buddhism. And when they went over there and said, hey, look at this Kung Fu we learned, and the government said, hey, that's really nice. Those guys all got killed. Okay. They didn't get killed those months. I think one escaped. But anyway, yeah, they weren't allowed to teach the Kung Fu. So instead of doing Kung Fu in a Zen Buddhist temple, you do nothing. And they actually made it, they actually tried this, they've actually convinced people that doing nothing is a really cool thing.
Is that why their Buddha
They have to do nothing. They're not allowed. Oh, yeah, their Buddha statue's fat because he doesn't exercise.
And
you know.
And you rub the belly for good luck.
You'll never see in China. You won't see a fat Buddha statue. You will not see fat Buddha statues. That's only in Japan because they're not allowed to exercise. Okay.
So
Hey, you guys. Look forward to straightening out this whole mess of what Buddhism is. You know, see if we can't clear up a few things and allow people to really find their right direction instead of just being confused because all these things are different and they don't really blend together entirely. Okay, so hey, have a good day, be a good person, have a good life, and have a balanced body, a balanced mind, and a balanced life. All right, see you guys soon.
Bye-bye.
Oh, Buddha Zhen here, Buddha Zhen Shen-Lang.
Oscar Noel Barrera.